Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny releases in theaters today, and while the majority of critics are predicting a dour domestic for the old Doctor, I'm actually kind of excited. Not only to see Mr. Ford back in the metaphorical and literal saddle again, but this new canon time travel relic could open up new possibilities for creativity, callbacks, and continuity if used properly. I mean, just imagine what someone could do with time travel in the palm of their hand. No! That would be nice. But before we go watch Geriatric Jones crack the old whip and maybe a hip, I decided to take an adventure of my own into my forte of animation by seeing if there are any Indiana Jones cartoons I could dive into. And... jeez, dude, this place is as dry and barren as you are. Yeah, despite this series being Lucasfilm's second most profitable property, there's never been an official Indiana Jones animated program made before. There's been plenty of other media like live-action prequels, video games, this absolute gigaton chad of childhood nostalgia, but a full-fledged cartoon? Nada. However, a certain animator from yonder country did once give us a glimpse of what a world with an IJ cartoon would have looked like, and it's quite the interesting story. So pop on your fedoras and your 5 o'clock shadows, and let's see what hidden treasures we can uncover today. A whoosh. The Adventures of Indiana Jones was an animated short directed and written by Patrick Schoenmacher. And if you don't know who that is, he's a character designer slash animator based in the Netherlands who worked with the likes of Cartoon Saloon, Acme Archives, Oomga Toys, and as we'll see in a minute, Lucasfilm. He was part of the animation department on Secret of Kells, which you should totally check out as soon as you can. It is adorable, and he even made a few animated shorts of his own, like The Itch, which features cute puppies, fussy wives, loveless marriages, and a flea who's into human women? You're the size of a grain of rice, dude. It would never work out. And Bingo, where one day an old man decided, you know, sometimes you just gotta say screw it and eat a bingo ball.
Old people are the greatest. They're full of wisdom and experience.
But let's skip to what you came here to see. Indiana Jones and the 2D chiseled jawline. The story behind this cartoon is that Mr. Schoenmacher used to participate in monthly drawing jams hosted by one J. Scott Campbell, aka director of the comic series Danger Girl, co-creator of Jen, and cover artist for the Amazing Spider-Man series. He once suggested Indiana Jones as a topic, leading to Schoenmacher creating some artwork of Indy in his own style, leading to the aforementioned Acme Archives discovering him, leading to a commission for a high-quality print, leading to this legendary piece, known as Escaping the Tomb. They say that a picture's worth 1,000 words, but I only wrote 7. Those details, that background, those freaking faces. Trust me, everything in this piece is top-notch for sure, but it's the character designs that really steal the show here. This is exactly what I imagine when I picture animated versions of Indy and Marion. Oodles of expression with personality seeping from every orifice. And this very image is the exact shape that Indy and Company would take in Mr. Schoenmacher's short, which was released in 2016 after 5 years of work. The short doesn't really have a story per se, it's basically a little clip show of a bunch of Indy adventures spliced together. And this was intentional. Patrick said he originally wanted to craft a full story, but he couldn't due to time restraints. So he went more for something akin to the Batman animated series opening, boiling down the essence of any Indiana Jones adventure into a nice digestible minute-long project. And I'll be honest, if this was a series intro and it caught my childhood eyes while channel surfing, I would drop that remote faster than my video view counts. I mean, look at these scenes. We got Indy and Short Round trekking through an ancient temple, which is pretty interesting because we know they both have a history together. We got a fight on an army tank straight out of Last Crusade, where Indy just thwacks this dude with a frickin' pipe wrench. And he doesn't care. He barely moves one frame. Then the dude punches him so hard, he literally gets knocked out cold, only to be rescued by... Whoa. Well, it wouldn't be an Indy adventure without a beautiful butt-kicking female, now would it? Also, this shot does not do her justice. Look at her on the poster. He slides down a slippery slope in an Arctic temple, a concept I'm surprised we've never seen in an Indy film before. He gets ambushed by natives, because of course he does, uses his whip to swing across gator-infested waters, and eventually finds himself face-to-face with old dude McAnime glasses, as he reassembles an artifact capable of absorbing the poor unfortunate souls of people that saw Crystal Skull on opening weekend. The joke is that they were bored to death. Now make like those skeletons and find me humorous, dang it! Indy gets the head, the villain does the big die, the henchmen stay faithful to source material by whiffing every single shot with automatic weapons at point-blank range, and Indy plops the artifact down with a few others, including some native masks, a stone tablet, a jade dragon, a green version of that idol from the first movie, etc. And then, cue the title. For something trying to harness the sheer vibe of what Indiana Jones is known for, this absolutely nails it. All the bare essentials of indie adventures come in swinging without having to rely on clips or nostalgic references from the old movies much at all. Even the moments that seem to be direct references, like the tank fight, were said by Schumacher to just be a tank fight, not the same one, as it is an iconic staple of the franchise. And the visuals are just fantastic. The excellent expression work, the dynamic transition from scene to scene, the 80s Fletcher-esque stylization looking like something out of retro Superman. It all works so well. I was honestly baffled that this was never considered for a full series, but Patrick does bring up some valid points. The bare essentials for something like Star Wars per se, with lightsabers, the Force, and planetary exploration, could easily be translated to any type of target audience, from adults to juniors, as we've seen already. But Indiana Jones's key elements like faces melting off, people exploding, and less than pleasant German folk are a lot trickier to reshape. Personally though, I think he managed to capture some darker aspects of Indy's adventures without isolating any demographics. Honestly, considering what other cartoons have managed to get away with, even these days, I still think an Indy series in this style could definitely work. And believe it or not, there is the slim possibility that we might actually get one. There's been rumors floating around as late as this year that an animated Indy series is currently in production for Disney+. So maybe they might contact Mr. Shoemaker and involve his genius idea somehow? These are just rumors though, so take all this with a handful of sand, but it is nice to see that interest in literal indie animation is still prominent enough to get some media buzz nowadays. The last blog update from Mr. Schumacher came in 2018, where he announced that he'd be running a YouTube Kids channel known as Club Babu, and it's still going strong to this day at over 1 million subs with bi-weekly uploads. And you know what? Good for him. I'm not sure if he'll ever return to making animations like this again, but I ultimately do thank him for giving us a glimpse into what a world of whip-cracking, baddie-smacking Fox Kids action might have looked like. Wait, his favorite indie film is Temple of Doom? Based. Well, that's my video. But as always, let's hear what you guys think. Would you have watched a Batman the Animated Series style Indiana Jones cartoon if it was on during your childhood? Are you gonna go see Dial of Destiny this weekend? And if you did already, what do you think of it? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and I hope to see you all real soon.